that. Slammed into the new court here, Ruth Lilly. Going up for another one. Flyers been able to find quite a bit of success here as the ace goes for the Flyers.
They really are finding these holes in the UINDY defense tonight.
Trying to increase this lead. Can't do it, though. The Greyhounds get the point as the service error charged to Slechke.
Number 9, Hannah Sabotin, just re-entered the court.
That could be big for Indianapolis. Here's the libero to hit this one over with Barnhart. What a block, Indianapolis. Trying to keep this one alive. Greyhounds get the point, and now they're going to try to mount a bit of a run here. Continuing to serve will be Barnhart. Bit of a soft touch. Indianapolis, though, not soft enough as it goes over the back line. Lewis with the point. And they increase their lead to 6 points.
Lewis is seeming to do a really good job of keeping Indianapolis on their toes tonight.
Another back and forth volley. Greyhounds trying to keep this one alive. Able to do that. And how about that into the ground again as the Flyers able to really just have everything their way so far today. Andrea Seisser, the senior from Eureka, Missouri, ready for this serve. Indianapolis not able to get the ball over the net. Lewis building a big lead. You got to feel pretty confident if you're a Flyer fan. Substitution in for the Greyhounds. Kayla Guthrie into the game. Next serve goes over. However, not received very well for Indianapolis as it goes out of bounds. And the lead is increased to 9. Greyhounds not able to return that one either. An ace, and now what a trip to the service line for Andrea Zeisser. She's been able to rack up a few points by herself here for the Flyers. They now have twice the score as Indianapolis here in the first set. Great job on defense by the Greyhounds as they get up and block that one down.
And that was a block by number 9, Hannah Sabotin. Just adding another one to her lead on everyone else.
Sarah Spalding, you talked about earlier, the standout freshman for this team from Bardstown, Kentucky. She serves it, but not able to get it over the net. The Flyers with a free point. The Greyhound swim team stripping all their clothes off. Now they're standing up on the concourse in Speedos. Seems like a yearly tradition, I believe, that this team is up and celebrating for Indianapolis. Trying to get the Greyhounds excited. Not able to return the serve, though. Another ace for Lewis. Just a few points away from moving on to the next set.
As I said earlier, these Flyers are really keeping the Hounds on their toes tonight. They really just aren't reading whenever the ball's going to be coming really hard or really soft.
Back over the line. Sabotin not able to get it over, though. And Lewis with the point. 23-11. Next point. Trying to get it for Lewis. They can't. Greyhounds get one more tally added to their mark. Substitution comes in for Indianapolis as Jillian Santana into the game. She'll be the one to serve. Here's the Greyhounds trying to extend the match. They're not able to get it back over the net. Lewis just playing very well today. 24-12. Greyhounds trying to extend this set, and they're able to. Point for Indianapolis.
That was number 9, Hannah Sabotin. She has been on fire this year so far, and now she is back to serve.
The freshman gets it over the net. Flyers trying to do the same thing. They're able to. Sabotin not able to get this one over, though, and Indianapolis not able to get the point. That's 25 for the Flyers. Lewis takes the first set when we return set number 2 on UINDY TV. Riled up. The Flyers took the first set, coming out and trying to replicate what they were able to do so well. What made them so successful at that first set, Leah?
To me, it really had to be finding Indy's weakness. Indy wasn't able to really track when they were coming in really hot with the ball or when they were coming in soft, and I think that's what kept them up.
We'll see if the Greyhounds can adjust and put up some more points in this set. They're already down 0-1 in the match. High fives all around for Indianapolis, wearing these white home jerseys. The Flyers will be set to serve first with Megan Schletsky. Starting off, set number 2 for the high-flying Lewis Flyers, ranked 15th in the nation, and they get the ace. Schletsky with now 12 of those on the year. She's having herself a pretty good day. This one, an error though, as it goes past the black line, and Indianapolis will get a chance to serve here as they get the first point on their side.
And that is the star freshman back, Sarah Spalding, number 4. She has really been a standout this year.
All-state honors last year in high school over in Kentucky. Here's the Flyers trying to return this one over. Greyhounds do keep it up, and now they got to return it back. How about that block? The Flyers playing pretty well, and look at the point.
They are keeping their front line very tight.
The 6-foot Farataki, she heads to the bench, but she was a big reason why the Flyers were able to find the success that they were. Greyhounds thought that they could get the point there. Instead, they'll have to work a little bit harder. Libero on the ground. Nice soft touch. How about that? Pretty impressive from Lauren Collison.
Sometimes all it takes is that little tip just to get it right over those blockers right there in the front. And this is their senior, number 14, Jillian Santana, serving.
The Flyers get the point. How about that? Big slam from Lauren Stenman. They're going to increase the lead. Substitution comes in for the Flyers as Allie Hickey into the game. Point goes in favor of the Flyers. Again, the Greyhounds just a little too strong on that one. Lewis with the serve. This time the Greyhounds get the score as it goes a little too strong. Hickey with the mistake.
Here she is, number 13, Hannah Hutbauer. This is her first game back this season, especially here at home. I bet this is a big night for her. Nice save by Jillian.
What a job. Santana with a nice play on defense. And the mistake from the Flyers give the Greyhounds the point. Stenman kicking herself after she can't get it over the net from the front line. Hannah Sabotin from Trinity Lutheran High School, the junior. She's going to serve this one over. Pretty routine serve. The Flyers need to get it back on the other side. They do. Hard hit, goes to the ceiling. Flyers can't catch up. Greyhounds get the point. Collison with a nice slam there that led to that point. Now Indianapolis rolling with the lead.
You can really tell when Indy finds their groove. Their bench gets loud, they start playing really good, and it's just an amazing sight.
Not able to get the point there. What a play by the front line of the Flyers and Bella Ray. She's got 140 kills on the year coming into this match. Greyhounds return it, send it back. And the Flyers using the full floor for this offensive attack. They've done so well today. Man, how about that? It lands just inside the corner, and the Flyers get the point. To send it over is for Nettie. Or rather, excuse me, Natalie Stefanski. And she gets a point. Another chance at a serve. Greyhounds not able to get it over the net, and not what you're looking for if you're Grace Hedgewood. Now the Flyers going to try to increase this lead. Going on a bit of a run here. A 4-0 run to this point. Greyhounds get the point. Nice job by Lauren Collison there. She's played really well on this front line. A 6-foot middle blocker. To serve. Able to keep it back up, the Greyhounds. Nice slam. And it's Barnhart can't reel this one in. So a point will go to the Flyers. Bella Ray back to serve. Now into the match is Farataki from North Aurora, Illinois. She's a redshirt senior. One of the tallest ladies on the floor. Indianapolis gets blocked. Can't get it over with Huppenbauer. Point goes to the Flyers. Really nice touch on that front line. How about this? The swim team, one of their members currently shaving his head up on the concourse. Really going wild over here to get the Greyhounds back into this match. That's what the crowd seems to be paying attention to more than the match, in which case the Greyhounds just got a point. Now they're just down 10-7. Hedgewood gets it over. The Flyers return it, and Hedgewood's the one to tap it up for Indianapolis. Spalding returns it. For the Flyers, able to keep it up. Great job on this front line from Indianapolis. Back line holds up, though. How about that?
That is Sophia Parlanti. She is also a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. Funny thing, the bench actually has a cheer. Every time she gets a kill, they yell, Vegas bomb.
Hedgewood sends it over for the serve. How about that? A nice block from Parlanti. Lands on the Greyhound side of the court. Give the Flyers the point. But a nice little showing from Indianapolis those last couple points. An error on the serve. Greyhounds get a freebie. And now the match draws within 2. Barnhart to serve, and she does so. Back to Zeiser. The Flyers, how about the touch there? High fives all around for Megan Schlechke. She got the last kill. Now she gets to serve. Sending it over is Schlechke. Indianapolis back to the other end with Spalding, but it goes out of bounds. Point for the Flyers, now starting to increase this lead ever so slightly. Indianapolis not able to get it over the net with Parlanti. 14-9 the score. The timeout's called. With that, we will step aside here as well. You're watching volleyball on UINDY TV.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Returning here following the timeout. Lewis, they're going to be the ones to serve. They have a 14-9 lead. Going to try to extend it here. Greyhounds have something to say about that. Holy cow, they kept it up and returned it. The Flyers playing very well today, and that's just one example. Indianapolis back over. The Flyers somehow keep it up again. Nice volley here. Indianapolis going to take a lot. Can they get it over? They cannot. Give the point to the Flyers, and what a crazy sequence there by the defense of Lewis.
Yeah, number 12, Andrea Zeiser. You can definitely tell why she was player of the week last week, especially for defense.
Ball just barely clears the net. Indianapolis trying to come up with something here on offense. Parlanti, nice communication to call it and send it back over, and the Greyhounds get a point. Hannah Sabotin gets it over. Lauren Colson enters the game. Here is Sarah Spalding. 9 service aces this season, trying to get a 10th to right here. And sure enough, the Greyhounds get the point. Bring it within 4. Spalding to serve again. The freshman went to Bethlehem High School in Kentucky. Launches this one across. A nice serve. The Flyers get blocked. The Greyhounds with some momentum, and Hannah Sabotin with her 2 hands up and over the net.
You can definitely tell why she is leading the team with blocks. She is all over that net.
To bring the lead within 3. Indianapolis trying to hang on. Here's Sarah Spalding to serve again. Bounces off the tip of the net. A nice kill for the Flyers, gives them the point. Not a bad job by Juliana Van Loo, the senior from Burbank, California. Older brother Ryan played men's volleyball at Lewis. Back to the set though. Indianapolis trying to get some points here. And they're able to. It's blocked out of bounds by the Flyers front line. Entering the game for Indianapolis, Jillian Santana.
And that is Santana with that ace. It is her 6th this season.
Santana to send it back over. The Flyers return it ever so softly. Barnhart does a nice job setting this one up. Barnhart saves it. How impressive was that? The Flyers to get it back. This has been a great volley. Each team playing very hard. This volley alone may last quite a while. Look at this. Barnhart back over. She's had her hand on about every ball. This time, though, it's a Flyer point. The front line with Bella Ray.
McKenna Barnhart is a redshirt senior this year, and she is back-to-back second-team All-GLVC. Last year, she played in every set and led the team with 539 digs, which is 4th in the GLVC.
Yeah, and we saw about, 50 in that last volley alone. Very impressive from her. Saboden keeps it up. That sets up her teammate in Hedgewood to send it over for Indianapolis. Trying to block it, can't quite. As Colson and Saboden jumped up, bounced off one of their hands to go to the ground. Flyers with a point, ahead by 4. Bit of an issue on the floor for Indianapolis. They've had to bring the towel out multiple times. Lewis sends it over. Indianapolis trying to come up with some form of offense here. Hitting it too hard on the outside was Lauren Collison. No. So now back to serve again will be Allie Hickey, the outside hitter for this team. Then Allstate junior at Penn, again from Indiana, although she plays for the Illinois Flyers. Greyhounds with a nice point. How about that? Pretty impressive from Indianapolis.
A nice touch by Lauren Collison gets that point. Gets it right over the hands of the blockers. That is Lewis with another point.
Ahead by 5 now, just 5 away from taking set number 2.
They send the junior from Illinois, Natalie Stefanski, back to serve.
Indianapolis trying to give Lewis all that they can handle towards the end of this set. After Lewis took the first one. And just a great play on defense here from Lewis. Greyhounds in attack mode again. They do just that, but how about that block on the front end? Continuing to keep the ball up. One team's got to run out of juice. Doesn't look like it's going to be the Flyers. How about this? Just a long volley. Very soft touch, gets over the front line, but the defense able to continue. And now the whistle blows. The Greyhounds can celebrate. It's within 4.
The redshirt senior, number 3, Alex Aquija from Crown Point, subs in for number 8, Lauren Collison, who is now serving.
The Flyers trying to return this one. Aquija jumps in. Greyhounds can't get it though. How about the block on the front end? The Flyers playing very well. Couple substitutions in for Lewis. One of which Farah Taki, the other one Avery Hollibar, the freshman. She's also from Indiana, Bakersville. Went to Center Grove High School just down the street. About 10-15 minutes from UINDY. With a 5-point lead, a bit of an error there as Hedgewood not able to get the ball up. Just 3 points away from taking match 2. The Flyers. Indianapolis getting it back over. Hedgewood does that. How about that? Looked like she was going to be setting up her teammate. Instead, Lauren Stenman with the kill herself. Hannah Alvey enters this set. She will replace Megan Schletzky. A few substitutions here late for the Flyers. Just 2 points away from taking set number 2. Indianapolis trying to give them all they can. And how about that? Indianapolis gets the point, coming up and making a great play.
Number 13, Hannah Hupp.
Hedgewood to serve. 11 aces on the year. Bit of an attack on the front end. Indianapolis trying to send it back over, and they do. A nice job to get the rally going, Sophia Parlanti. Soft touch, but nicely returned back to the other end by Alvey. Indianapolis hits it over, and it's a Flyer point.
I was just out of the box there for Sophia.
Juliana Van Loo into the game as the towel comes out to clean up a bit of a wet spot in the middle of the floor. This brand new floor dedicated to Dr. Sue Wiley. She put in over 45 years of service to Greyhound Athletics. The official court dedication will take place next Friday evening here at 4 o'clock. And her name is plastered along the far side of this court. Here's the volley. The Greyhounds get the point, extend the match for just a little bit longer. Saboden returns. The libero McKenna Barnhart will serve. Redshirt senior from Fort Wayne. Lewis returns it, goes out of bounds, and it's the Flyers' point. That's their 25th. They'll take set number 2. Stick around. We're going to go to break now, but when we come back, you're going to hear from Kendall Pearson with UINDY TV.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Thank you, Kendall, for that sideline report. We're going to go ahead and step aside again, take another short break, and when we return, set number 3 here with UINDY TV.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Back here in Indianapolis, Nathaniel Finch alongside Leah Williams. You heard from Kendall Pearson with that sideline update just a few moments ago. We're back and ready to get things underway for set number 3. And for Indianapolis, we're going to need to find some more scoring from them. Not able to get anything done really the last 2 sets. What do you think the Greyhounds can do here? Of course, Lewis being the 15th best team in the nation. It's hard to play a team like them, but what can they do to try to chip back into this lead and get it to 5 sets?
I think the Greyhounds really just need to try and tighten up their front row. It seems like a few of the Lewis blocks are just getting right by them.
We have seen flashes of excellence from time to time, but like you mentioned, just not a whole lot of consistency from that front, and they have given up quite a few points over the last 2 sets, in which the Flyers have taken both of them. So here's the Greyhounds. The margin of error really dwindling. Barnhart will start off the serve. Nice block, and just as you mentioned, the front line now playing better. Not able to get it on that outside shot, though. Parlanti unable to get the ball back on the other side of the net. Point for the Flyers.
There's a couple new faces on the court right now. Number 5, Claire Morris, and number 17, Lauren Peel. They're both sophomores.
A high-flying ball sent by Lewis, and they launch this one down. What a dig from Barnhart. Blocked the other way. Flyers get the point. Looked like a hard hit from Parlanti, but in the end resulted in a point for the Flyers. Andrea Zeiser, the GLVC Defensive Player of the Week. She's going to be the one to serve this one across. Parlanti stuffed, sends it back up herself. Indianapolis, things are looking good for them. And this front line of Lewis just too good. Bounces out of bounds though. Greyhounds get the point.
And there she is, number 5, Claire Morris, back to serve. She is one of 5 in her family that plays here at UIndy. Her sister Emma is a freshman this year.
That is wild. 5 family members who have played for the Greyhounds. Indy gets another point, goes past that back line. And the Greyhounds get another chance at a serve here. Clara Morris launches it over the net, and it hits the black just out. No, instead it does stay inside just barely. What a perfect serve for the ace. This one hit over. The Flyers trying to send it back. Goes out of bounds. Flyers get the point. Lewis and Allie Hickey ready to serve this one away. Tied at 3 early in set number 3. Bit of a snafu for Indianapolis, but they do get it over eventually. Point goes to the Flyers. Hickey with another chance at a serve, the junior. Trying to extend the 1-point lead early. Cannot. Error goes over the back line. Greyhounds get the point. High fives come in. 2 new players onto the floor for Indianapolis. Jillian Santana, the one to serve. She just entered into the fold. Here's her serve. Back over. Greyhounds keep it up. Santana with the dig. Nice job by Indianapolis and Grace Hedgewood. Leads team in points and kills, including 356 kills, counted over 3 per set. She's been playing very well this year, and Hedgewood, the senior from Roncalli High School. Over the back line, Greyhounds get another point. Greyhounds with a 2-point lead. This has been a rare occurrence tonight, but Indianapolis trying to extend a lead. The Flyers move it around. Indianapolis trying to return it over. They do. Lewis slams it down. It's blocked, but goes down on the Greyhounds side of the floor. Point goes to the Flyers. And the Greyhounds definitely do look better now in this last set, but still quite a bit of work to improve on if they want to extend this match. A nice slam.
And a nice dig by Jillian.
Not able to get on that. Jillian had the nice dig on the last play, but there she's not able to reach down far enough. A nice job by the Flyers to get it just out of reach. Now they tie it at 6. Just barely tapping it over. How about that play on defense from Claire Morris? Not enough, though, as the Flyers find the weak spot again. Extend their lead to 1. Indianapolis just barely taps it over. Way out of bounds after it tapped off a flyer hand. Greyhounds get the point. Hannah Sabotin to serve. Playing very good offense this year, 352 attack percentage, 120 kills coming into this match. And she launches it over the net. Indianapolis, bit of a issue there as it went off the hand of a front line, Hannah Huppenbauer. Hit over, Greyhounds to return. Outside hitter, man, what a slam there from Collison. And there we go, Huppenbauer with a nice play, ties it up at 8. We'll see how the Greyhounds can do serving here with Lauren Collison, the junior from Southport High School here in Indianapolis. Slam goes in. Greyhounds not able to get on it, as flipping over was McKenna Barnhart. And the lead back into the hands of the Lewis Flyers. Greyhounds have spent a lot of time here in Indianapolis this season looking at their schedule. They started their first 2 tournaments were at home, and the last 2 conference games they played both at home against William Jewell and Rockhurst. Rather, those games upcoming on the schedule. Illinois Springfield next week as well. Stenman launches it over the net. The Greyhounds to return it, and they do such a wonderful job of that. How about Clay Morris? What a play by her. Santana heads for a rest. Sophia Parlanti back into this one. To serve is Hedgewood. Ball's on the ground. Flyers not able to get it over. Greyhounds get the point, and now we're tied up at 10. Greyhounds certainly trying to keep this one a dogfight. Tied up at 10 here in the 3rd set. There's the Flyers who took the first 2 in pretty convincing fashion. We'll see if Indianapolis can turn things around and start a rally. Not able to get it over the net, though. Point goes in favor of the Flyers. Lauren Peel into the game, the sophomore from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And just like that, the Greyhounds couldn't get it over the net. Neither could the Flyers, as they each exchange service errors, and Indianapolis will have a chance. Tied up at 11. To serve is McKenna Barnhart. And she'll do just that from the left side. In that left corner. That's where the ball lands here, out of bounds. No, instead it will go against the fingertips of a Greyhound, so Lewis gets the point. Returning to the game, reigning GLVC Player of the Week in Bella Ray. 6'1", she is the tallest player on the floor. Gives you good advantage when you're playing up front. Here's Indianapolis. Not able to get the ball over quite yet. They need to do that here. They do. Soft touch. How about that coming in to try to make the sliding play as Claire Morris amounts to a Lewis point. Plenty in the stands here to watch the Greyhounds. Not able to get it over the net. Indianapolis gets a point. Keeping this one close. Down by 1 are the Greyhounds. How about that block from the front end? Barnhart keeps it alive. Point goes to the Flyers, though. Leah, what makes Lewis so successful here on offense? They've just seemed to have their way for most of this night.
I think what's making them so impressive tonight is that they are just finding all the holes that Indy just isn't on their side.
Greyhounds with an error there. Sabotin can't get it over.
They're putting the ball right in the hole and at the exact level of softness or hardness that they need to just be able to get it right over the hands of their front line.
A lot of these women have been playing together for 3-4 years now. A lot of age on the Lewis team, and that's why they're able to find so much success. They've had some successful years previously as they get a point here to extend the lead, 16-12 now. The timeout is called. With that, we will take one as well. Return momentarily on the GLVC Sports Network.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Back here in Indianapolis, the Ruth Lilly Fitness Center. The fans here putting their hands together, trying to get the Greyhounds back into this game.
They're only trailing by 4, which isn't too much here in this third set. It could really keep them alive if they're able to create a run out of it.
The run would have to start here, except it goes out of bounds a little too strong was that hit. Hickey with the serve, bit of a softer serve. Indianapolis tries to launch it over, and they cannot. Point for the Flyers. Collison not able to get it up and over the net. Service error. Greyhounds with the free point. Substitutions come in. Indianapolis, it's Jillian Santana and Grace Hedgewood. A couple of seniors for this squad. Heavy hit, McKenna with the dig. Barnhart keeps it up again. Barnhart with a nice soft touch. Getting her hands all over this one. Out of bounds, Greyhounds get the point. Hit too strong by Bella Ray. Tracking it all the way over was Stenman. Tries to get it over. Does a nice job there of blocking it. Was Lauren Collison for Indianapolis. Keeping it up was Hedgewood. How about Hannah Sabotin with a nice kill, and now the Greyhounds keeping this one close, down by 3. Santana with the serve, and it's in the perfect spot. Give her the ace. Greyhounds down 2.
Santana is back there really just starting this rally for the Hounds.
And she's the one that reaches in and gets the dig to keep this one alive. Santana pops it up. Now on the other side was Hedgewood. Out of bounds, Greyhounds get the point. Starting a run here. Instead, they're going to move the point to the other side and boozer up here inside of Ruth Lilly Fitness Center.
And that is a kill by number 9, Hannah Sabotin. She is leading the team in kills, and it just keeps adding to her list.
My goodness, what a hit there. Now into the game is Hannah Huppenbauer from Galesburg, Illinois. Led the team in attack percentage last year. Not quite as much of an attacker now. Greyhounds get the point. And again, keeping this one close. Really trying to extend the match. Of course, as the Flyers took those first 2 sets. Cheers erupt as the Greyhounds get another point to tie it up at 19. And among those cheering, as you see on your screen now, is this swim team for Indianapolis, all lined up shirtless. And as the Greyhounds continue to move on with this set, they're going to continue to strip off part of their clothing until they're all in Speedos and cheering and trying to get this team going. Nothing gets you excited like a big group of guys in Speedos, I guess. Ball stays inbounds, though, as Lewis gets the point. Nice hit there. It's nice to see all the different athletics teams here at Indianapolis supporting their volleyball squad, members of both the men and women's basketball teams littered throughout the court, amongst some others.
I do see a few women's lacrosse girls down there as well, and we all know the football team would be here if they weren't headed to Ohio Dominican tonight.
Yeah, trying to keep this one up, and they cannot. Indianapolis not able to get the point, and now a bit of a 2-0 run for Lewis. Spearheaded by Avery Holobar, who's currently up to serve this one, the freshman. Here's the Greyhounds trying to find some offense. Trying to keep it up. Nice job getting it over. Huppenbauer does just that. And how about that
Nice block by Lauren Collison.
My goodness. 29 blocks last year. She's got 21 this year. What an impressive play by her. She climbs the ladder and slams it down, keeping the Greyhounds close. Akia to serve this one. The dig from Zeiser. Indianapolis trying to get it back over. They do that. Zeiser gets on it again. Not enough, though. And now all bets are off as it's a 21-21 set here. We're going to step aside as we have a timeout. Be back momentarily. You're watching UINDY TV.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Back in Indianapolis as the crowd is getting fired up. Indianapolis trying to make a rally happen here.
They've done it before, and I'm sure we'd all like to see them do it again.
Akia sends it over. We'll tell you more about the time they've done it before. That's been down 2-0 in his match and ended up coming back. But first, focus on what's about to happen here as it's 21-21, slamming it down. Indianapolis keeps it alive. Here's the attack, and it's down. Greyhounds not able to get the point. Lewis takes the 1-point lead. It was the first match of the second match of the UINDY Invitational here just a couple weeks ago. The Greyhounds played Bentley, a tough team. We're down 2-0 after losing the first two sets, came back and won the match 3-2. They can do it. They've done it before. They've played a tough team. We'll see if Lewis gives them a free point. Indianapolis to tie it at 22. Parlanti into the game. Santana to the bench. Hedgewood to serve. Indianapolis trying to get everything they can. Tied at 22. The Flyers with a hard hit. Goes for a kill. How about that from the Lewis Flyers and Farataki? She's had a pretty impressive day. A .306 kill percentage on the year, but today she's played very well. The serve from Schlutsky. Greyhounds return it. Ooh, soft touch. Able to keep this one up though. Diving for it are the Flyers. Indianapolis can't return it. Flyers get the point. Now they're 1 point away from securing this match. And now a timeout called from Indianapolis, and a very important one, as we will step aside and return for the final action momentarily on UINDY TV.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Back in Indianapolis, the Greyhounds trying to mount a comeback here. 24-22, the score of the third set after the Flyers took the first two. They're 1 point away from finishing off this match and heading back to Illinois. Every hit matters. The Greyhounds keep this one up with Barnhart. Back over the net. Goes, and they get the point.
And that is what the Greyhound team likes to call the Vegas bomb from Sofia Parlanti.
Timeout called by Lewis, and it's a big one. We'll go ahead and stay here, though. Man, what an impressive way to come back in this match for the Greyhounds. Really, every little hit matters, but they've just done a great job here lately trying to stay in this one, and we'll see if they can pull off the comeback.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do with these last few points.
It's going to be very important because they've had some struggles throughout the afternoon. Of course, you're playing a team as good as Lewis, so you cannot fault them, but the Greyhounds making a few errors here and there, and the margin of error is now at 0 for Indianapolis. They need some points. They need them quick. They're going to need to go on a bit of a run here.
They do. If they go on that three-point run like Jason Reed likes them to,
Hey,
they'll
that ends
take
the game
this one.
for sure. Ends this set. We'll see if they can do that.
And with Barnhart back to serve, I have no doubt that they can do it. She is leading the team in aces this year so far.
Team high 25 aces last year. She's got 12 so far coming into this matchup. The redshirt senior from Fort Wayne. On the other end, the Flyers trying to end this one. They get blocked. Keeping it up, sending it back over. The Greyhounds with another block. Oh, but it goes out of bounds, and that will be a Flyer point. That will end this one. Winning the third set, 25-23. Boy, it was a close one. It was a great, hard-fought set, but the Flyers take the first three and win ultimately 3-0. We're going to send it down to the sideline now with our sideline reporter, Kendall Pearson. Thank you, Kendall, for that sideline report. Leah, was just you're playing a tough squad like Lewis. The Greyhounds did the best they could, but there's just not a lot you can do when Lewis is that good, and really just played an impressive match.
They really did. It was from serving to blocking to their kills that they had. They just played an all-around great game. But we are excited to see UINDY come back in here tomorrow against Illinois Springfield and hopefully turn the tables around a little bit.
That match tomorrow at 3. We encourage everyone to come to this Ruth Lilly Fitness Center and watch that one here in person before they have a road trip against Quincy and Truman coming up after that. For the Flyers, who now advanced to 3-0 in the GLVC, they've got a road trip tomorrow, or rather next week in Illinois Springfield, and they'll also play at Quincy, so a couple of Illinois matches for the Illinois-based Lewis Flyers. We'll see if they can continue to build on this national ranking of 15. A pretty impressive season that they're mounting. The Greyhounds, though, we'll see what they can do tomorrow against Illinois Springfield, try to bounce back from a couple tough conference losses. That'll do it for this broadcast. For Leah Williams and Kendall Pearson and all of our crew here at UINDY TV, I'm Nathaniel Finch signing off from Ruth Lilly Fitness Center in Indianapolis.